Hello. If you clicked on this video, you are interested or resonated with this dream interpretation video. I'm excited for this. I love interpreting dreams because it's all about looking deep into the symbolism, and I just find it fascinating that our subconscious is able to interpret our deep, darkest, or sometimes lightest feelings and emotions in in a creative way. Okay. Today I'm feeling drawn to interpret a dream that is about ducks. Okay. If you got this particular dream or have gotten it before, you'll find this interesting. Yeah, and if you haven't and you're just watching for fun, you can be on the lookout in the future if you ever get a similar dream. So if you have dreamt about ducks, okay, and not the mature ducks like the white yellow beak ducks, not the yellow ducks, the brown, not so mature but not so little ducks, the brown ducks. In the dream, the ducks may look dirty or like they just got out of water. Their feathers may look wet, and the ducks are standing in formation. So they're standing in perfect line, in rows, and they're just standing, not doing anything, not quacking about. They're just standing. And they look a little bit dirty. They may have some earthworms hanging on them, or just they look dirty a bit. They're just standing, and this may have creeped you out a bit, or you may be like, okay, what's happening? They're just standing, just looking. So this may have been just a short scene in your dream and not the whole dream. You may have dreamed about something else, and then suddenly you saw these ducks. So a person that dreams of this particular dream is someone who is in a transition phase in their life. Okay, you may have gotten out of a hard time, drowning and being splashed about in the mud of life, which is why the ducks were sort of like dirty and wet from swimming. So you're in that transition stage of your life because you are not the young yellow duck and you're not the old white duck. You are in between. Your feathers are still developing. You're still developing the pigmentation. Okay. That transition, that awkward transition phase of life, I'm feeling the urge to say that you are spiritually a teenager. That in between, you're not a baby, but you're not an adult. Okay. But I'm finding that even though life is not clear cut for you in this moment, but you are aligned. Okay. God is reassuring you that even though things are not perfect yet, you're not in your ideal situation, but you are in alignment. You are exactly where you should be. The dark standing in formation, in alignment, in rows, in perfect alignment, and they're not doing anything. I'm getting be still. Be still. Do not try to do more or less. Just flow with life. Just be still. That's what I'm getting. We always feel like we have to do something. Do. Always doing something. Always doing something. And this is a reminder that as a spiritual being that you've recognized that you are, a lot of work goes behind the scenes and you do not handle that. God handles that. Your spirit guides handle that. Your ancestors handle that. We do not always do things alone. So do not burden yourself with the work that is not yours. Okay? So I'm getting like, be still. Just enjoy life. Everything is happening as it should be happening. Think of yourself as a spiritual teenager, okay? And think of God as your parent. Do not try to take on more responsibility of your life than you shouldn't, okay? Just relax and allow God to help you through synchronicity, through these dreams. Relax, you are in a transition phase. You may have had to do a lot before this phase because maybe you weren't as spiritually aware as you are right now. Maybe you're still developing a relationship with God, or you did not even have it. So you are figuring a lot of stuff on your own. But it's like you are slowly opening your eyes. And now you're at a point where you've done so much, okay? And in the stage that you have accepted God's help. So I'm getting so relaxed. Let God help you. You notice how it's so annoying when maybe you said to your parent that you're gonna help them clean something and they agreed, but then when you walk out of your room or when you come back to the shared space, you find them cleaning and you're like, I said I'm gonna help you. And maybe your parent was struggling accepting help or asking for help, and they're like, no, it's fine, I'm gonna do it. Do not be like that, okay? It's annoying to the person who wants to help you because they want to show you love, okay? Do not block God's love. Let God help you. Everything is in alignment. This is supposed to also dispel any doubt that you are having, because in this stage, the transition stage is interesting because nothing is happening but something is happening at the same time. It feels like nothing is happening but something is happening, okay? And because before your transition phase, when you were working through shadow work, when you were realizing things, a lot was happening. So it's like you were getting action all the time, and now it may feel like nothing is happening, and it all feels slightly uncomfortable, okay? Like a drought almost. It's like opportunities are not coming. Nothing amazing is happening, but nothing bad is happening as well. You're sort of like in this middle, and it's like, what is happening? Okay. um if you're gonna be stubborn about it and keep expecting, the least you can do is expect good things. Okay. But ideally, I would ask that you just relax. Don't try to have expectations, be present. But if it's hard to get out of that future focused mindset, just expect goodness. That's what I'm hearing, because it can only get better from here. It's been better, it'll get better. That's what I'm getting. Yes, in the dream, it was not one duck, it was many ducks. So community is really important in this stage. If you already have one, nurture that. If you don't, and you're sort of like meeting new people, you're gonna meet new people. So just take your time getting to know people, have fun. So in this stage, I'm getting that the most eventful thing about this particular phase of your life is meeting people, and you will meet them in spaces where it is aligned. So follow your interest and go to events, and meet people and just have fun. Okay, have fun, take it easy, take it slow with people. Don't rush anything, but keep your heart open. So that's the focus in this phase. It's not about working through your more trauma. It's not about chasing work opportunities, creative opportunities. It's about sharing space, sharing life with other people. This will be super significant if you are someone who doesn't have community, because maybe you are sort of like, you come from an ostracized background in family, friends. You literally have no one but God on your side. This season will be significant because you will slowly build your path to the people that God feels are aligned with who you are. Okay, but I'm getting, let go of any expectations of how these people will look, their ages, their race, their anything, because your soul is not yearning for aesthetics, but for spiritually aligned souls, and that can come from anyone. Okay. Yeah, this dream is just a reassurance, and maybe it is you subconsciously integrating this new phase within yourself, or it is you finally recognizing, okay, you know what, this is where I am, now. Or you may have had questions in your conscious life, and then your subconscious self is telling you to, the transition phase is the answer to the questions you have, and the answer is nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Relax. Relax. You still have a lot of residue from, things that have happened before, and you may not be your ideal you right now, but it doesn't hold you back from God's blessings, God's love. Okay? God doesn't ask us to be prim and proper for good things to happen to us. So if anything happens that is good while you're still feeling this way, realize that in God's eyes, you are worthy no matter where you are. Even if, like the ducks, you are not the proper, prim and proper white duck. Okay? Yeah. I plan on doing more dream interpretations in future. Like, subscribe for more readings, dream interpretations, and anything fun in between.